I made my first oopsie daisy with wedding planning in that yesterday, Monday, after work, Zach and I ended up driving what was a total of about 3 hours to the country, like outside of Atlanta during rush hour in Atlanta, to the country, to our wedding venue to hand deliver a check. Because if you told me last week that October 1st was today, like I obviously would not have believed you, because if I believed you, then I would have mailed my wedding check like I'm supposed to. And instead, it was like September 26th, Zach was like, when is our next venue payment due? And I knew, I was like, October 1st. And he looked at me and he was like, yeah, we're gonna have to drive that there. Like the mail will not do it in that time. And so we avoided any like late fees or anything, being too type B of a bride, in that we did get the check there, but it did take us literally driving from the middle of Atlanta, outside of Atlanta in rush hour. I cannot emphasize that to you enough. In rush hour. It took us so long to get there. And then not as long to get home, because it obviously was later after that. But that's why the vlog is starting on a Tuesday, because yesterday, Monday, we just need to start with like a coffee chat because a lot has changed that I kind of alluded to but didn't like fully say straight out, and I feel more comfortable saying it straight out now that it's already happened. The hospital that I work for just changed to a new hospital building, like a brand spanking new, state-of-the-art, huge hospital building. I was not there for the move. I was in North Carolina this past weekend getting it filled up on more family time. One of my cousin's babies turned 1, and so we were there for her first birthday party, and it was wonderful. My cousins live in like central North Carolina, not western North Carolina where I was going. I do have family in western North Carolina who are all doing okay after Hurricane Helene, but are flooded and working to get water and gas, and things are not wonderful there. But where I was going in North Carolina was closer to Charlotte, so not where the flooding was, and got filled up on family time. If you remember, literally 2 weekends before that, I was at home in my hometown getting filled up on family time, so I'm just getting filled up. My cup runneth over. But all that to say, I was not here in Atlanta this weekend, and on Sunday, the hospital made like Georgia hospital history, because when people have done this before, and they transferred over 200 pediatric patients from the old hospital, which is now closed down, never going to be used again, to the new hospital where now I work too. So my job did not change. I still work for the same people. I still do the same thing, but everything in my job feels like it changed because I have a new office, I have a new building, I have a new commute, I have a new cafeteria to get lunch in, I have new hallways to learn, new patient room numbers to learn. Like everything just feels so shifted around, and it'll be fine, but obviously just like change feels weird, and that's a big change to have. So all that to say, that's why we're starting on Tuesday, because Monday, yesterday just felt wild, like with the new, going to the new building, getting into my new office, having to drive 3 hours after work. Also, we're not vlogging, sorry. But I did settle into my new office. There are like things that I kind of want to get, like desk organizers or hanging file cabinets or stuff like that, that'll eventually make my workflow easier. But when I walked in the morning, I was like, oh dear golly gee, because everything that like had gotten moved over from my desk was just in a big pile on the desk. Like nothing was organized, obviously, because I didn't do it. And I had to like set up my new laptop, and we now have 2 desktop monitors, which I do not think I need all of that, but we do have it. So I had to set up all of those things, and it just felt like a lot in the morning. And the day kind of went by quickly. Census is down. There's not as many patients that I have since they like ramped down on surgeries and stuff leading up to the move. So census was down, so I didn't do too much social work in. I like checked up on people, but then a lot of it was just settling in, which is good because now I do feel more settled in. And I'm trying to have a good attitude about change, but it's just weird. Like it feels weird, even though it's an ultimate good thing, and like the building is beautiful and incredible, and like they have great amenities too, but it's just change overall feels weird. Another part of it that feels weird, I have had like a whole morning already. I've been working on editing a YouTube video. This is my second cup of coffee. I've had breakfast, and I still have 15 minutes before I need to leave for work, which all I need to do right now is just like change into work clothes and finish my coffee, I suppose. So things are weird. Oh, the only other weird thing, last night, comment if this has ever happened to you, because it has happened to me maybe twice ever in my life. Like in my 24 years on this earth, this probably was the 3rd time. I woke up in the middle of the night last night with like an excruciating Charlie horse, I think is what they're called. Whenever like your calf cramps up, I was in bed and I was like, this is the end of me. Like I am never recovering again. It was the weirdest thing. And I like got up to kind of like try to walk it out, like rub it out. I like couldn't walk barely because it hurt so bad. Out of absolutely nowhere. I don't know if this is a sign of aging, except I don't think so. I haven't looked this up yet, so take this with a grain of salt, but I think that it's like when your electrolytes get off, or like when you're dehydrated and your electrolytes are off, that happens. Because the other time that it happened to me was whenever I was spending a week in Jamaica, and I was like outside all day, like sweating, probably wasn't drinking quite enough, wasn't having like salty food, like I was just in a weird body state. And that was probably when I was like 15 is when that last blast happened. So out of absolutely nowhere, but I'm gonna bring, actually I haven't decided which one I'm gonna bring yet. I'm gonna bring some sort of like hydration electrolyte package. I have this liquid IV that I just like had for a long time. I think I got it from work. I think they were like passing stuff out one time and I got it. So I might take this with me, but then I also have these ones I showed in last week's vlog, but I also have these Bye Bye Weekend little packets that I haven't tried yet. And they're both strawberry and lemonade, whereas my liquid IV is lemon lime. I feel like since I've had this longer and since I just the one, like I might as well use it, and then we'll break into the Bye Bye Weekends later. But also I'll drink my coffee before work and then I'll have my little electrolytes during work and hopefully I'll be fine. Because even right now my calf like hurts, which is the strangest thing. It's the weirdest thing. Let me get dressed for work and then I'll show you my new office when we get there. I got lunch at the cafeteria yesterday, so I think I'm gonna try to like figure out a good routine to see what I like there and what I can get that's like healthy and filling and yummy. We'll try new things all the time. I didn't really make it too much outside yesterday to explore like the new garden area or anything like that, so I might do that today and just like enjoy being more settled in. But I need to get dressed. Okay, this is the outfit of the day we're working with. I got this shirt from Lululemon like 2 weekends ago. It's in the color Legacy Green, which I'm loving. And I got a yoga bra in the same color too because I loved it so much, with the intent of getting a line biker shorts also in the same color, but they did not have my size in the store. So I was like, okay, no worries, I'll just get them online. They're out of stock online. So I'm watching those closely because I just love this color and I feel like it's flattering for my palette. I kind of feel like. And then I'm wearing my black Figs Zamora joggers. These are my favorite scrub pants that I own. I do feel like Figs, whatever color you get, it's different. Like not all joggers fit the same, even if they're the same size. They are all different, but these are my favorite like fit, and then also just for being black. I packed my backpack. I brought my water, my liquid IV, a cup to put my liquid IV in, my Kindle, and I don't know if I'll finish the book that I'm reading on my Kindle. I have like 15% left, but it's a pretty long book. So I also brought a physical book just in case. Kind of figure might as well take advantage of the slow days because that may never happen again ever in my life. So I brought all of those things and a charger, and I have like 5 minutes that I'm just gonna finish sipping my second half of the coffee, and then we're headed out. I'm about to make dinner. We have ingredients, but not really food. Or like, yeah, we just have like a lot of ingredients without meals that are planned to go into them. So I'm gonna get a little bit creative, but I think that I'll be able to do it well, hopefully. Zach is gonna go pick up groceries, like little groceries that we need on his way home today. Actually, I'm gonna check where he is. I don't know if he's doing that now or how soon he'll be home. He is at Kroger as we speak, so getting stuff right now. We have tortelloni. We have, I think we have chicken breasts, but maybe they're thighs. No, we have breasts. I'm gonna cook the chicken breasts. I'm gonna bake them. That's what that's called. I'm gonna bake the chicken breast and the tortelloni, and then we can just like cut up the chicken breast, do chicken tortelloni, put some like Parmesan cheese on it, maybe throw a little spinach in there, get another vegetable. I feel like that's pretty creative and nice. I don't think I have the capability to show you while I'm cooking tonight, but I will show you when everything's done. How is that? Okay, actually we're back here and I'm gonna turn down the brightness because you can see my shine a little more than you need to. But my best friend sent Zach and I an early registry gift that I'm so excited for. Some of it got like lost and then delayed and then back ordered. And so the one that came earliest is this. She wanted us to be able to enjoy, oh, I'm gonna have to show you him in the dark. He's a little too bright to show exactly how cute he is. She got us fall decor that I put on my registry from Crate & Barrel because I was looking at Crate & Barrel and they had the fall decor. And I was like, this is wonderful. And so I put it on there in case someone would get it before our wedding, and she did. So I'm very excited. Like I said, this was piece number 1. He's a little 4-inch ghost, a little decorative. He came with his own little light, and so he's been sitting in our entryway. But then, let's see, there's a light box and a heavy, oh, this one's a little bit lighter, but it's actually not as light as I thought it was. I love the gift boxes that they come in. It makes it so fun. Also, the chicken's in this oven right now, and I have water boiling on the stove, or trying to boil on the stove for the tortelloni. So if you hear like a big splatter, something like that during this unboxing, just know my water's boiling over. I may have to run away, but I'll come right back. I bet the card's gonna be the same in all of them, so I'm not gonna read it because I already read it whenever Mr. Ghosty came. Okay, we got this thing. What's gonna be? It's so well packaged to not break. Actually, I guess I'm actually just making a big assumption about this being the same gift from the same print. Okay, yeah, it is. It just occurred to me that actually like anyone could buy something off my registry and I wouldn't necessarily know. Oh my goodness. Focusing, can you see that? I can't believe I already had my chocolate milk today. It could have been in this guy. So he's a little spooky cup number 1. And he was the only one just in his box. I don't know if he was the back ordered one. I don't know anything about the strategy of Crate and Barrel sending. This is so cute. Look how cute this one is. Oh, I love both of these. And I also fear that they will not be contained to being only Halloween cups. Love that. Back to cooking. Everyone say thank you, Sarah. And now like I have some fall decor and they're so cute and I really am excited to drink out of them. No final dinner clip from last night because out of nowhere the oven started pouring like black smoke and I had to quickly, you know, like get the towel out and start waving it around and get the chicken out and open the doors and everything was so smoky all last night. It does seem that it's better now, which is good considering it's been like 12 hours. I think what happened, because at first the way it was acting, because it really was just like out of nowhere all of a sudden, I thought that there was like maybe something in the stove, like in the bottom of the stove or something that got smoky, but I was like that doesn't make sense because I made cookies like just a couple of days ago and there was no issue and there was nothing that like fell on the stove from the cookies. And so then I think that maybe it was that there was just too much like oil that was kind of like olive oil that was just on the pan and just like hit its smoke temperature, I guess, and just pouring smoke. Cannot emphasize how much it was pouring smoke, but it was fine and I cleaned stuff up and luckily it only happened after the chicken had already been in there long enough to be cooked. So in the grand scheme of things, it was fine. It's 5:34 this morning. I'm gonna go work out in the afternoon again today because I want to wash my hair afterwards, but I realized that we never debriefed on work yesterday since I had my smoke incident that you didn't know about. And it didn't even set off the fire alarm, which honestly kind of concerned me for a second because I was like, this fire alarm must not work because the amount of smoke that there was like would set off the fire alarm, I feel like, or like has in other places that I've lived. And I mean, I'm very glad because it always makes me anxious. I don't want to be the neighbor that sets off the fire alarm, but I was kind of like, why did it think it was fine? I knew it was fine. The smoke alarm shouldn't have known it was fine. But work yesterday, I actually started picking up again. I got like multiple calls from people, multiple emails, which I always love because with having patients for like a long-term amount of time, I love reaching the point where like I feel confident that parents have my contact information and know how to use it. I feel like in the beginning, I like proactively go see people more often because they may not feel comfortable like asking for something they need or asking for assistance that they need, or may not like have put the pieces together that I'm the person to ask for the specific thing that they need. So I'll like proactively be around more often, and like I still make sure to go see people that I've had for a longer amount of time, but it also just, it feels like a win whenever it's the comfort level of like receiving an email or receiving a phone call that is asking for assistance in some sort of way or like help in some sort of way, support in some sort of way, because then it's like perfect. Like we have established rapport enough to the point that like they just feel comfortable just like asking me, and then we can get the ball rolling on like whatever it is, which just feels good. It feels like a good spot to be in. I tried a grilled chicken sandwich with arugula, tomato, pepper jack cheese, and like a special sauce yesterday, and potato wedges, and it was pretty good. I think I like it. I'm still gonna try some other things just to see what's up, but I'm kind of liking getting lunch at work, especially because honestly, if I don't, I'm still gonna bring my own food some days is my plan. I just don't have a fridge that's easy access to me anymore with our new move. But with not bringing food with me and needing to go to the cafeteria to get food, it forces me to get out of my office and to go down there. And then once I have my food in the cafeteria, it's like, well, I might as well eat down here too, whether it's in the cafeteria or right outside or even finding like a break room around. Like it forces me to get up and get out, which has been a goal of mine whenever we were at our old place, and I feel like it's easier now. So that's one thing that's at least more convenient. But something that's less convenient about being in the new building is that I've not found my like favorite bathroom to go to yet. There is a bathroom that is right outside my office, which you would think would be so convenient. It's all of them are single stalls. So a single stall right outside my office sounds so convenient. Except for if I'm in there, I can hear people so well in the hallway, so then I can only think like they can hear me pee too. They can hear me pee. So I haven't been going to that one, but the next closest ones are employees only only, and they're always occupied. It has been like 25% of the time that I walk by them that there is availability there. And so my favorite ones so far have actually been the ones in the surgery waiting room, because no one's getting surgery yet because they're not doing like scheduled surgeries. I think maybe until today. They start ramping back up today. And so it's been great because they've always been open. It's quiet over there. Like, I can just pee in peace. There's a water fountain. I can fill up my water bottle. But those are not going to be as like vacant forever as they are right now. So I'm still settling into things. Amidst all of the having to get used to like new things going on, being in the new hospital, one thing that I have been loving is the new cafeteria. I never got food at our old cafeteria because it just very much felt like a cafeteria. And also I reached the point where like I hadn't done it for so long that I was no longer new and still didn't really feel confident in like how the cafeteria worked necessarily. And I would like psych myself out about it. But that was okay. But I've been trying out the new cafeteria. Number one, because the prices are cheap. Number two, because it literally forces me to get up out of my desk and go eat, not at my desk, not in my office. And number three, I don't have like easy access to a fridge anymore. So I used to be able to bring my lunch, just put it in the fridge that was in my office, but I don't have a fridge in my office anymore. It would be like the shared staff fridge for the entire floor, which is an option for me, but just it's a different type of option, you know? And so I don't even care if I've talked about them earlier. I'm going to talk about all of my lunches that I've had at the cafeteria so far this week, because today I had a brisket sandwich with coleslaw. It was like barbecue brisket sandwich with coleslaw and mac and cheese, and it was $5.97. On Wednesday, it was like this bacon bowl that was bacon, quinoa, tomatoes, I think there was arugula in there, and a fried egg, and some like sauce. And it honestly was really good too. It was less quantity for the amount that I feel like I was paying than today. Today's the winner as far as that goes, but was still quite good. And on Tuesday, I had a grilled chicken sandwich with peri-peri sauce. I don't know if that's just like a weird name for something or if that's like actually a type of sauce that like you would recognize and be like, oh, peri-peri sauce. I'd never heard of it before, but it was good. And it was a grilled chicken sandwich, and I got potato wedges with it too, and it had I think arugula and tomato on it as well. And on Monday I had a burger with potato wedges. So I'm really just like win 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 win. Who knows what I'm gonna have Friday. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the argument for packing a lunch is that it is usually cheaper and healthier, but if I'm getting like relatively healthy things for $5.97, like it would not be cheaper for me to make a brisket barbecue sandwich with coleslaw and mac and cheese by getting my own groceries and making it than it is to pay $5.97. So I fear I'm becoming a changed woman in that way. That's what I fear. I've spent quite a bit of time getting my head on straight. I feel like last week when we were doing all those healthy habits and like starting them up, that was like getting my routine on straight. And now it's been the things like making a to-do list, starting back up with wedding things to make sure things are all in order after I missed the venue payment almost. And also like organizing upcoming brand deals that I'm doing and things like that, just like on a schedule, knowing what I'm doing and when so that I don't miss anything. I've been spending a lot of time doing that, and I think we're working out because I got the video that's going up next for me, last for you, all ready to go this morning. I am still keeping up with those healthy habits. The things that are a little bit different, I'm still been waking up at 4:45 or 5 every single day. I haven't been going to work out early every single day, but it seems like it really is just the waking up early that does good things for me. And so I'll kind of play around with it a little bit more and see, like, I don't know, just try to find my best, most perfect morning routine. Because some days that does feel like going to work out early in the morning, and then some days it feels like getting something done so that I just feel like accomplished before even starting the day. So I mean, I'm feeling good, if that's not obvious. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna make some food now and go work out because this morning, like I said, I was doing the YouTube work, so I didn't go do the workout work this morning. So I'm gonna make something to eat, probably a little sandwich because those are delicious, and continue with my little to-do list that I'm working through, and then go work out. And that'll be the evening. On Saturday, Zach and I had the most fun little date day. We headed to the Beltline and headed all the way to the southern end of the east side Beltline and stopped for little smoothie bowls along the way. Went to a thrift store, not really looking for anything specific, just looking, didn't find anything, and we ended the night at a fun new restaurant that we've never been to before. And I'm excited to show you all of that. videos of Rebecca Gordon trying protein soda to go another day without trying it myself. Let's go to Quick Trip. To make the trending protein soda, you really just need any soda of your choice, Quick Trip preferred, and a vanilla core power. I went typical by just getting a root beer, and of course I'm using my favorite spooky glass from Crate & Barrel. I haven't seen anyone else froth their protein. I don't think you have to do this, but it did make it feel extra fun and more like an actual root beer float. But I did not think about how the small glass and then frothing it would affect the quantities there. So I did have to do a couple sips of the foam, pour more root beer, sip of the foam, pour more root beer. Once I got a good ratio, it was time to try. It obviously tasted just like a root beer float. This was delicious, but I'm also getting 26 grams of protein. I convinced Zach to take a sip too, and despite not usually liking root beer floats, he did say that it was pretty good. In short, trust Rebecca for all of your drink need. I'm about to spend my little Sunday evening doing a little Sunday reset, physical Sunday reset as exhibited by.
Oh my god, it counts as a fumble.
The rest of my Sunday evening, I'm going to spend setting goals for the upcoming week. The most recent, like, healthy habits, doing a week, what do I say, how a week of healthy habits changed my life video. Honestly, it was one of the best weeks that I've had in a long time. And today I went and did like a really long workout. It was an hour-long workout, and then I walked for a long time too. And so my body just felt really good doing that. And I feel like there is a part of me that just is thriving currently by like setting goals and trying to stick to the goals and documenting the goals, because even if it's just week-long goals, those culminate into like a great healthy lifestyle or just like a fun lifestyle. So I am planning on doing that again in the upcoming week because it was so fun. And then I'm very excited because I spent a lot of time this weekend planning a like perfect fall Saturday that we're having next Saturday. So we have the work week coming up that I don't know how that will go, but then we have a perfect fall Saturday coming, and then I have a friend that's coming into town who I haven't gotten to see in months and months. And then the work week after this is just a sneak peek at everything. The work week after this upcoming one, I will probably have a nephew by then, and I will be going to meet him, and I will be an aunt for the first time ever in my life. So like lots of good things coming that I'm very excited for, and I'm very glad that you're here with me for them. Subscribe before you go. If you've made it to this point of the video, comment this emoji in the comments. I started doing that again. I always say to show who the real ones are, but it's so fun just to see the comment section filled with like a one emoji and comment. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I'll see you next time.